with coverage you can count on. This is Channel 3 Eyewitness News at 6 in HD.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Cameron Taylor. Thank you for joining us on this Super Bowl Sunday. We're almost there. The big game is about to be played, and the scene today outside of Energy Stadium in Houston has been electric. Lots of red and black and red and blue in Houston today. Fans from both sides gathering for what they hope is team history. And judging by their outfits you see there and excitement, Energy Stadium is going to be rocking tonight.
Ridiculously excited. Like, it's disgusting how excited. We've been rooting them on for 12 years now and at the front row of the dome, and now we're bringing it here, man.
It's like Christmas morning, you know. It's just, it doesn't get old. It doesn't get old ever. It's amazing.
And we are less than a half hour away from kickoff of Super Bowl 51, where the Atlanta Falcons are eyeing their first ever Super Bowl title. But they'll first have to go through four-time Super Bowl champion Tom Brady and company in order to do it. Now, we've been covering the preparations for the big game here and in Houston all weekend. Channel 3's Tanisha Cordell spoke with One Business getting ready for tonight's fans, and the Channel 3 sports team has been in Houston, the site of Super Bowl 51. And sports reporter Jill Jelnick joining us live. Jill.
Cameron, with it being so close to kickoff, a lot of the fans have migrated inside to watch the game. And of course, a lot of Atlanta fans hoping that by the time it's over tonight, their city will have its first ever Super Bowl title. Now, Tom Brady, of course, stopping him tonight is going to be key. But the Falcons have a pretty good quarterback of their own. Actually make that MVP quarterback as of last night. It's no secret that Matt Ryan has had the best performance of his career this season, and him and Julio Jones have made a deadly combination since the start. But just in case the Patriots do have double coverage on Jones tonight, well, Matt Ryan has completed touchdown passes to 13 different receivers this season, setting a new NFL record.
Matt Ryan proved that he is the MVP. And I mean, the game plan been the same all year. We've been playing the same way all year.
Spreading the ball around.
Spreading the
we
ball
got
around.
weapons.
What happens if they're all over Julio Jones today?
That's all right. That's
Sanu and
yeah,
and
they're
company
used to
will
that.
take over. Yeah.
People have been doubling Julio all year, and he just throws it to everybody else. So that's kind of what they hope they do.
Clearly, the Atlanta fans having plenty of confidence in their quarterback, as they should. Well, our Super Bowl 51 coverage is just getting started here in Houston. Stay with us. Paul Shahen has lots more coming up later in sports in Houston. Ahead of Super Bowl 51, Jill Jelnick, Channel 3, Eyewitness Sports.
All right, thank you, Jill. We'll see you in a few minutes. Well, the Super Bowl is always one of the biggest days of the year for local bars and restaurants, of course. Channel 3's Tanisha Cordell spoke with the staff at Bud's Sports Bar, who call the big game their New Year's Eve.
Super Bowl 51 is not only exciting for the millions tuning in to watch the showdown, but also for the staff at Bud's Sports Bar. They've been gearing up for the big night for weeks now with a full staff.
We have got a really good team here, my supporting cast and stuff like that. I mean, we just order appropriately and prep. You have to be ready.
Chef John Lopopolo says the restaurant sold nearly 2,000 pounds of wings in pre-orders about a week in advance. And 6,000 pounds of wings were ordered for the in-house crowd.
You're talking about, I mean, just gallons and gallons of wing sauce. I mean, so we've got like 8 pots going at one time with 4 gallons in each pot. I mean, getting celery cut, blue cheese, making the ranch dressing.
A lot of work they say is worth it at the end of the night.
It is just such a party atmosphere, and I mean, this place will be crazy wild. People screaming and hollering. It's like being in a stadium.
Tanisha Cordell reporting for us tonight. Well, the already tight security at Super Bowl 51 is a little tighter because of helicopter patrols. NFL officials say there will be an added layer of security above ground for the big game tonight. Helicopters will be used to ensure that the 73,000 fans, officials, players, and coaches at Energy Stadium remain safe while enjoying the game between the Atlanta Falcons and the New England Patriots. Now, security is still expected to remain heavy on the ground, too. According to officials, more than 5,000 officers will be patrolling the area around the stadium, and cement barricades have already been placed around downtown Houston. 75,000 will fill Energy Stadium today to watch the Falcons and Patriots, while more than 100 million around the world will be watching on TV, with advertisers betting millions that they'll keep watching during the breaks in the action. Here's an early look at some of the commercials.
Intel 360 Replay makes anything look epic. Literally anything. Wait till you see it in the game.
Enough. They get it.
Mr. Favre, we are here on official business. There. You see it?
The ball moved on its own. This doesn't make any sense.
Not all of those interceptions were your fault. It was.
Aliens?
No.
Witches? Aliens?
Buffalo Wild Wings.
They control the game.
But we have more bad news.
Hey, Brett. Is this weird or what?
Back after this break.
No.
You don't look like you're from around here.
Warum bist du aus Deutschland?
I want to prove Bier.
Welcome to America. You're not wanted here. Go back home. Abandon ship!
Welcome to St. Louis, son.
Beer for my friends, please.
Thank you. But next time, this is the beer we drink.
Eberhard Denheiser.
Dolphus Busch.
And there's your early look at some of the commercials some of us, I'm sure, will be talking about later tonight. Now, one thing to look out for tonight, the return of Budweiser's spokes dog, Spuds McKenzie, sort of. Well, comment on Facebook and let us know which commercial was your favorite. Well, for fans in the stands at Energy Stadium, entertainment will be provided by country music star Luke Bryan, who is set to perform the national anthem. He's a longtime Falcons fan and called it a dream come true to perform on one of the world's biggest stages. And at halftime, Lady Gaga returns to the Super Bowl stage. It's the first time in Super Bowl history that a performer will sing the national anthem one year, then perform the halftime show the following year. Lady Gaga said she's been rehearsing the halftime show for months now and promised that it'll be fun. Well, up next on Eyewitness News at 6, a unique request from officials for one Michigan town. Limit your bathroom breaks during halftime.
We got a little bit of sunshine here in the city at the end of the day. I'll let you know what your Monday has in store, and I'll have your 7-day forecast too coming up after the break.
Welcome back to Houston, Texas, the site of Super Bowl 51. Do not forget, another live report is coming up later in sports. Final game notes will go over the numbers, tell you what recent history says should happen and what past history says should happen. There are differing views when it comes to that, and it is interesting. Join us in sports, will you? I'm Paul Shahen in Houston, Texas.
Go Atlanta. We're proud you made it to the big game. Channel 3's live coverage from Houston, sponsored by Warren & Griffin and Northgate RV in Ringgold. with coverage you can count on. This is Channel 3 Eyewitness News at 6 in HD.
Well, we're getting some breaks in the sun, finally. Too little too late as far as getting those temperatures up in the mid-50s like they thought they would be. Most of us had low 50s, but still a pretty sight. Our downtown Holiday Inn camera looking towards Lookout Mountain. And we're going to see some more breaks in the clouds as we go through the night. That could lead to a little fog in a few spots, but overall it's going to be a pretty quiet Super Bowl night here across the Tennessee Valley. 55 in Nashville. They were close to 60 earlier. They had a lot more sunshine than we did. 46 Knoxville at this hour, 52 in Atlanta, and right now in Chattanooga it's 50 degrees at the airport. Also 50 in Cleveland. It has cooled down to 48 in Dalton. It's 50 in Pikeville and now down to 43 out in Murphy, North Carolina. Just light winds out of the west, and winds will stay light through the night. Satellite imagery, a lot of cloudy skies this morning, but up towards Middle Tennessee and the Plateau and out in the Blue Ridge, breaks in the clouds earlier in the afternoon. Here in the city, the metro area didn't happen until the very, very late part of the afternoon. The rain is all down to the south of us, though, just south of the I-20 corridor in parts of Mississippi and Alabama, and it'll stay down there tonight. But we're watching a system that'll be moving back to the north and east, producing some of those showers to our south of us right now, and that'll bring us a chance of rain for tomorrow. So while we'll have a quiet night tonight with just some clouds and some late night fog, we'll see scattered showers coming back Monday. Probably not for your morning commute tomorrow, early in the day, but later in the day there still could be some showers here and there. We'll get a bit of a break tomorrow night, another round of some showers along with some thunderstorms. I think we'll head our way on Tuesday. I think we'll see storms in the mix on Tuesday. Some of them could be a little heavy at times, not only with the rain, but possibly with the winds as well. And we could see another round of some rain on Wednesday. Now, the Storm Prediction Center has placed most of our viewing area, including the Chattanooga metro area, in just a slight risk for severe weather on Tuesday and Tuesday night. This means that there could be isolated spots across our viewing area that see damaging winds or maybe large hail. Not worried about a tornado threat, but we'll keep an eye on this system overall for Tuesday. Just 1/100 of an inch of rain early this morning out at the airport. 52 and 39 the high and low temperatures. It was 51 for the high in Dalton today, as well as Tryon, Georgia. 45 on Fort Mountain. Chatsworth hit 57. That was a warm spot among all of our reporting stations and our sky watchers. 51 Dunlap and Ottawa. Cleveland hit 52, while it was 45 on Lookout Mountain, 48 up in Athens at the airport, and 52 for Pikeville. Just 49 the high in Colmont. Tonight in the city we'll drop down to about 38, so not terribly cold. Partly cloudy. Watch out for some patchy fog overnight, and then we'll see a few off and on showers for Monday with a high of 60. And then the showers will kind of fade out tomorrow night with a warm low of 51 tomorrow night. Your 7-day forecast, really, really mild weather for Tuesday and Wednesday. Highs in the middle to upper 60s, but we'll see showers and some thunderstorms Tuesday. And then a few more showers could come back on Wednesday before we dry out for the rest of the work week. So Thursday and Friday, it looks like now, instead of drying out Wednesday, we'll probably have a little more rain Wednesday, and then we'll be dry Thursday and Friday, and we'll cool down too. We'll be in the 60s Tuesday and Wednesday, and then back to normal temperatures Thursday and Friday. But we'll watch out for the system on Tuesday. There could be a few strong storms in the mix, so just keep tabs on the forecast. We'll be updating it over the next couple days. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Nick. Keep us posted. Well, officials in Michigan are asking people to limit their halftime bathroom breaks this Super Bowl Sunday, fearing major water usage near the Fraser sinkhole could send sewage into a nearby river and some people's basements too. Here's Mara McDonald with the story.
Who knew Super Bowl Sunday is a major water usage day, and the ongoing sinkhole problems in Fraser, which impact communities from Lenox Township to Sterling Heights, has Macomb County's Public Works Chief asking to reinforce the request that everybody in the area please be careful in their water usage, and please, please don't all flush at once during halftime.
Obviously, people are having parties and family members over, etc., and they're using a lot of water. So we just ask people to use their common sense, to please think about restricting the amount of water that they're using.
Work on this mess that collapsed on Christmas Eve is going round the clock. One sewer bypass line is in, but the bigger bypass is still under construction. Once that's finally in, the county can ease up on the water worries. But until then, in an attempt to avoid raw sewage hitting the Clinton River and in some cases people's basements, Miller is asking for everybody to restrict their water usage. Don't leave the tap running while you brush your teeth. Don't leave it running while you do the dishes. And Sunday, please Time out those Super Bowl bathroom breaks.
People really are trying to use their common sense and restrict their water usage, and we are extremely appreciative of that. So we're just reminding them on Super Bowl Sunday, which is a time when it's going to be heavy water usage, please try to restrict it to the best of your ability.
Okay, up next on Eyewitness News at 6, we'll check in with Sports Director Paul Shahen, who's live in Houston getting ready for the Super Bowl to begin.
We're proud you made it to the big game. Channel 3's live coverage. Go Atlanta! We're proud you made it to the big game. Channel 3's live coverage from Houston, sponsored by Warren and Griffin and Northgate RV in Ringgold.
Well, welcome back live to Houston, Texas. Yes, the site of Super Bowl 51. And boy, we are just minutes from kickoff in the big one. It is the Atlanta Falcons and the New England Patriots. Of course, you know all of that already. So let's go over some final game notes and some numbers, if you will. Recent history and past history tend to disagree in terms of what to expect for today. Let's look at the recent history. Both the Atlanta Falcons and the New England Patriots are 1-2 in the NFL in terms of points differential. What does that mean exactly? That means they've been winning by way of blowouts. But if you look at past history, this could be a different story. Take the last 6 New England Patriot games. They've all been decided by fewer than 4 points, many of them by just 3 points. Now, game notes aside, let's look at how the Falcons have turned the tide so quickly into this Super Bowl team. Over the last 3 seasons, the Atlanta Falcons are 2 games below 500. They went 4-12 and 6-10 before Dan Quinn arrived last year. TitansOnline.com editor Jim Wyatt from Nashville was in Houston. He says Atlanta has taken a page out of New England's book with GM Thomas Dimitroff and head coach Dan Quinn.
Well, it's funny. Quinn was a guy the Titans kind of had on their radar a couple of years ago. He was kind of a rising star in Seattle. Falcons did a good job getting him. I think Thomas Dimitroff, coming from the Patriots system and seeing how they operated, kind of like John Robinson observed when he was with the Patriots, now with the Titans. They've kind of put a plan in place where those guys work well together. They have acquired some great talent on offense. I think that's what's going to make it tough for the Patriots is you can't just shut one guy down. If you shut down Julio Jones, you're going to be hurt in other areas. Matt Ryan's really developed, playing at a really high level, just like the way they've built things in Atlanta.
Yeah, that's an interesting way to look at it. How will the Patriots defend Julio Jones? Hey, I do have an update on Julio Jones. Reports are surfacing right now that Julio will have toe surgery to repair that nagging turf toe injury after the Super Bowl during the offseason. But keep in mind, he was dealing with that said nagging turf toe injury against the Green Bay Packers when, yeah, he had 190 receiving yards, 9 catches, and 2 touchdowns. One more quick note, this pertaining to high school stuff in the area. The Bradley Central Wrestling team, I tip my hat to you guys. 25th state championship, they won the duels title. So congratulations to the Bears. Now back to Houston as we are live here for the Super Bowl. Moments away from kickoff. Someone is winning a Super Bowl tonight in Houston, Texas, and the Channel 3 sports team is just happy to be here. We're going to have highlights and post-game sound live from Houston, Texas a little later tonight at 11 o'clock. Until then, catch up with us on Facebook and Twitter throughout the game. Enjoy the game, and for all the Falcons fans out there, rise up.
Oh, beautiful view right there. I wish we would have gotten that a little bit earlier today. Day's almost
would have been
up.
nice. I thought the sun would come out before 5 o'clock here in the city, but you know, a little too late.
Yep.
Folks north of us in the viewing area and out in the mountains east, you know, they got the sun earlier, and it was really nice in those spots. But for tonight, not too bad. We'll take a look at your evening out. We'll see, again, some breaks in the clouds. We'll call it partly cloudy through the evening. Some overnight patchy fog possible, and we'll have temperatures dropping into the 40s during the course of the evening. Not too bad. A little chilly, but not too cold. Some scattered showers tomorrow, showers and storms on Tuesday, and then a few more showers again on Wednesday before we dry out for the end of the work week. But it gets warmer over the next few days. 60 tomorrow, middle and upper 60s Tuesday and Wednesday. Very spring-like temperatures, even though we're still in winter. So just have your umbrellas ready as you head back to work and school this week.
Yeah, I like that. Heating up right there because it was a little chilly this weekend.
It was. Yesterday morning was cold.
Yeah, very cold, very cold. Okay, all right, thanks, Nick. Well, a majority of the country is dealing with outbreaks of the flu, as you can imagine, with all this cold weather, and that includes areas right here in the Tennessee Valley. Now, Ray County officials say schools will be closed tomorrow and Tuesday because of the flu and stomach virus. Ray County Superintendent says, get this, 789 students missed school on Friday, which is about 18% of its student body, so quite a few students there. Several teachers were also out sick, and officials say the flu virus is moving quickly south from the counties highlighted on your screen. Now, doctors still recommend getting the flu shot if you haven't already. So
I hope they all get better. Just stay away from me.
Yep.
I don't want it.
Let's hope it doesn't spread. Let's hope it stops right there.
I hope they get better soon, though.
Okay. Well, to a story a lot of people are talking about on social media. If you watched SNL last night, Melissa McCarthy spices things up as White House Press Secretary Sean Spicer on Saturday Night Live. Here it is.
Go. Glenn Thrush, New York Times. Boo! Go ahead.
Yeah, I wanted to ask about the travel ban on Muslims.
Yeah, it's not a ban.
I'm sorry?
It's not a ban. The travel ban is not a ban, which makes it not a ban.
But you just called it a ban.
Because I'm using your words. You said ban. You said ban. Now I'm saying it.
The president tweeted, and I quote.
A lot of people talking about that on social media, seeing a lot of laughs from some people. Some people, not so much.
I didn't see it when it aired, and I didn't know. I hadn't really been watching the social media stuff on this at all. So I didn't know until you just said it that was Melissa McCarthy. I did not know that.
Yep, that's Melissa McCarthy. Yeah. Looks like she does a pretty good impression right there.
When I saw just like a little clip on Facebook or whatever, I didn't realize it was her.
And they were saying that was a pretty well-watched episode right there as well. So,
like you said, some folks were probably entertained.
And others not so much. Yep. All right.
Probably 50-50.
Yep. All right, that's it for us. We'll see you right back here at 11. Coming up at 11, a house is destroyed by a fire early this morning. Coming up at 11, a house was damaged by a fire early this morning.
Rain is back in the forecast. I'll have details at 11.